So at any rate, like, see, I look at, they got K cups, right? Patent wore out, whatever. No big deal. It ain't nothing anyway. I don't think so. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you want to eliminate plastic altogether, right? I got a stainless steel fucking, it's actually a T, what's that thing called? Filter. It's basically like the closest you can get to having a screen, but it's a cylinder, right? So I don't know how much those cost and whatever they cost. And they have a fucking cost. You can probably get them made for. I can't buy the screen cheap enough to make them. Put it that way. Not currently, anyway. So what I do to make a fucking cup of coffee, right, is take a measured amount of coffee. And I guess it's a matter of preference. So I'm not going to tell you what type of scale it is. It definitely is placed in the bottom of the fucking. Hopefully it's stainless steel screen cylinder, right? Now what I do is I drop it up and down like 50 times, 55 times or something, but what I want is, and I brew each cup of coffee, seemingly every cup of coffee I brew. Sometimes I brew 2 cups of coffee at one time, but when I brew a cup of coffee for myself, I brew it in the cup. Essentially, I'm not actually certain what the term brewing means and how it relates to fucking coffee. All I know is I pour close to essentially there's like a varying degree of boil, right? You got the small bubbles and the frothy bubbles, so I actually don't like the coffee to be super mega fucking frothy boiling, right? So I pour that shit on like fucking, I don't know, like the English do tea, high up as I can without it splashing too much, right? And then I take the tea leaf freaking, screen cylinder, and I pull it up and down a bunch of times. But I thought of this invention. I thought of if I had like a handheld unit or something, it might just sit on the top of the cup, but essentially it's a vibrator. It vibrates. I mean, I just probably want a handheld screen I can dip. It's got a vibrating agitation situation. I don't have the mechanics exactly figured out about how it'll fucking actually function, but the principle is it's just like, you got a coffee maker. All it does essentially, I think, is like has the coffee soak and a little bit of coffee drains out of the bottom of the fucking situation. Now, when I do it, allegedly you're supposed to let it sit for 3 minutes, but I don't let it sit for 3 minutes. What I do is I agitate the coffee, the ground coffee bean particulate matter, the ground coffee bean particulate matter, and then essentially agitate a container inside the fucking fluid water, heat it to close, or, let's say close to the boiling point, which is not the proper serving temperature for coffee, but I imagine it's the proper brewing temperature, what have you. Essentially, it's a device. Even if I had a handle to put the fucking goddamn stainless piece in, you know what I mean, dipping it up and down, would be better. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, all it has to do is shake up and down. Best bet. The correct mechanism to do this, I have no idea. I mean, not that I couldn't figure it out, but I'd actually have to look at, like, say for example, what is a fucking, like a train wheel, old-fashioned train wheel. All it has to do, motor fucking moves in and out, something. Usually motors spin, so you have to transfer that spinning motion to some sort of fucking up and down fucking motion, or fucking, yeah, man. It's basically, it's like you could just set it on the top of the cup and make one fucking cup. Here we go. I probably should do a demonstration.